Broncos. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Ready, break.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
What?
No. Off. Hey.
Ready?
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
X3. 2 snap.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Open man is Winfrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Go on. Be grip.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. To throw, Winston. That's complete. It's Gordon. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Mike 51.
Jameis to throw it. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Winston now. Benjamin's got it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play.
He's by himself, Keenan Allen, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 9th touchdown of the season, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three.
This is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
They'll look to throw. They'll find Lindsey here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And an alley to run. And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Got it.
Mike, 56.
5.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Tight dog. Snap.
2nd and 11. Flush to his right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
On the set.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You ready?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got.
Go.
They'll set up to throw. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
49.
2nd and 6. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Get it.
They'll set up a throw. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They're going to look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Here's 2nd and 8. Screen pass to Lindsey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Here's Winston, flushed out right, and he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston, that's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Ready. Blue ready. Mike, 47. Flip it.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check. 47.
Come on. Sunday.
15. Check 15.
Jameis now on 1st down. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
Watch the twist. 5-0.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's got Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Again, it's Winston. Gets it to Gordon. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
It's Williams on the catch. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Watch the shift.
Winston now to throw on first down. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check.
Winston now from the 50. Hunter Henry brings it in. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Ready? White 25.
Check, 47. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Let him go.
A first down throw for Winston. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
47's the mic.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Lucky.
Let him go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and goal from the 1.
tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Blue down, blue down. Joker, 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 joker.
So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready. Black 25 behind.
Check in. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. He's coming. We got double up.
Following the interception, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Now the 2nd-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 2nd and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Come on, dude. Check. Fresno.
Now.
Slam. Kill.
Stand. Shoot.
He'll look to to throw. They'll roll him out right. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
To throw again on second down. Winston completes it to Benjamin. But despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Let's go.
They run it here with Gordon. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, stop. Easy.
Take it. 47.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Green, 17.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And Winston lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Dancing to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lindsey. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Deshaun Hamilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that had been...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Third down. 3rd and 13.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On play action, Winston. Open man, it's Allen. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
47. Coming to you. Check 24, check 24.
Easy. 47's the mic.
Now Gordon on first down. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Wait.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Winston here to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, and it'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll set up a throw. He's got a 1st down past the 30. This is the tight end Fant. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Check 43.
Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Back to throw here. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for our visitors, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.